Guten Tag, guten Tag. Hallo, 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 mein Freunde, und willkommen zurück zu einer weiteren Folge von Dark. Hopefully I'm still saying that right. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the next episode of Dark. This series makes me the most anxious to jump back into each time. And it's funny, because I go along the same path every time that I do. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so anxious. What if I've forgotten too much information? What if I don't know the right things to look for? What if I miss key stuff? What do I say? And then every time that I hop back into an episode, it's like, it's fine. I follow along more or less, like, in my opinion, like 98% of what's going on I can follow. Whatever I don't know is very kindly answered, or I'm given information afterwards. But all that being said, we're over halfway through. Meaning when we finish this episode right here, we'll only have 3 episodes left for the entire series. And man, this feels like such a much grander journey. Probably because I've been spacing it out the way that I have been. Only a few comments from last one on the Patreon here. I was literally just finishing episode 3 and this popped. Yay, nice to see you give a fun, loving clap back and appreciate the levity between commenters. Yeah, I'm definitely not looking to pick any fights or anything. I think I was just like, most of the time, people are correcting me and they're friendly about it. Sometimes people get a little bit like, you know, put up your dukes about it, and I get it. I get like the little friendly jabs and whatnot, and so, you know, ribbing back and forth, sure. I barely recall what happens in season 3 apart from the very end, so I'm living the watch along life right now, I think. Awesome work so far, appreciate that. I think you picked up on everything by the end, but the real fun is in thinking through the implications of the final reveal. But first, I must say, I really like the way you stopped the video to think things through. It reminds me of my confusion when I first watched the show. Anyway, you are correct. Jonas and Martha have a son, the unknown. But then it gets fun. This is what we know now. I'm assuming there's no spoilers. I'm just being told about what happens. The unknown and Agnes get together and have Tronte, who is... Oh, they do? So I have Tronte, who is Ulrich's dad. Ulrich has Mikkel, who is Jonas's dad. This means, if I've counted correctly, that Jonas is his own great-great-great-grandfather. Also, Ulrich has Martha, which means that Martha is her own great-great-grandmother. This is what Noah meant when he was talking to the alternate middle-aged Martha in the bunker about the unknown giving them all life, because it perpetuates the cycle. It's all part of the triquetra, it's the cycle, it's the loop, is that in order for all these people to exist within the cycle, the unknown has to come into existence, and the unknown comes into existence because of, yeah, Martha and Jonas and so on and so forth. So I'm curious if there even genuinely is a way to break the cycle without lots of people ceasing to exist. Of course, we don't know yet who Noah's parents are. Indeed, looking forward to the next episode. Helene getting an abortion at such a young age is heartbreaking, and it explains a lot about her behavior. Next episode is my personal favorite, and she appears there as well. This stretch of episodes from now until the end really is peak fiction. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. I wanted to touch on YouTube comments just a little bit. Oh yeah, because I was talking about guns in episode 2. Damn, your moderate attitude about guns seems typically American and extreme to the European in me. Sure, there's the right to bear arms, with quotation marks, but still with sure. Yeah, I don't mind going out and like shooting them every now and then. What? Hunting is practiced, but is quite frowned upon where I live. Don't get it twisted. When I say go out and shoot them, this might sound even sillier. This might sound even more American. I've never hunted a day in my life. When I say go out and shoot, I mean like I literally will like go out to a gun range, or like go out to maybe if a friend has some property, we'll put up some like cans and bottles and targets and just make sure we're in a safe spot where we can just like go shoot. It's like for a lot of Americans, it's like just fun to shoot, and it's not like a pastime that I do super duper often, but it's something I do. I try to do just enough where I'm at least proficient with a firearm should the need arise for one in the future. But I don't hunt. I got them soft hands. So as for owning firearms, it's even more marginal. Yeah, and I get that totally. Again, I'm very well aware of what America's like. I live in it every day. I'm grateful for certain aspects of the country that I live in, and I'm also very ashamed of a lot of the image that we kind of perpetuate constantly. Where in Europe are you? Asking because my school friends were French and they went shooting hunting regularly throughout the season. And here in England, my father's out shooting every week during the season. Oh, interesting, for the birds. And out of season, we shoot clay for fun sport. Oh yeah, like skeet shooting. Although shooting and hunting is really a marker of class here in England, I wonder if it's the same in Europe. Yeah, because that's always the shotguns are like the long gun, pull. I wonder if it's the same in Europe, where the lower classes don't really participate in it, so they think it is rare. You're right, I just discovered that France is the European country where hunting is most popular. It's the third most popular activity after football and fishing, which shocks me. So I was wrong to write as for owning firearms, it's even more marginal, because hunting is clearly anything but marginal, unlike owning firearms outside of hunting, which you'll grant me, remains much rarer here than in the US. From my limited knowledge, I would agree. Especially, not only do I live in the US, but I live in the South. So in the South, they're like, I got my friend, I got a loose acquaintance associate that used to live at one of the buildings that I used to work at. And when he found out that I liked guns, he would just every like few months or so, he just sends me a picture of his newest. He has a collection, right? So he'll send me a picture and he's like, oh, check out this modified AR-15 or whatever. And I'm like, I mean, cool, but like, how many rifles and assault rifles and everything do you have, dude? I didn't realize how widespread it was here and spoke too quickly and imprecisely. It's because it remains rather frowned upon by the general population. According to recent studies by a polling institute, only 26% of the population is in favor of it, 26% is indifferent, and nearly half the population is opposed or very opposed to hunting. But I don't want to get too bogged down in it. But I love these conversations that this is all spawns. But yes, I'm very well aware. There are aspects of which I am like dreadfully American. The word I was trying to say was Uhren radio, like cube clock radio. Am I saying that correctly? Uhren radio. I forget what I said my exact words were. Hopefully I didn't put my foot in my mouth, but I just said it kind of sounds like, I guess, rougher or extreme sometimes. As a French person who studied German, I don't see the language as violent. The fact that all the letters, including the E at the end of words, are pronounced, for me, forces you to articulate, slowing down the pace and making the overall impression softer. I really like this need to articulate clearly. On the contrary, it gives me the impression that the speaker needs to settle down and calm down. Also, rightly or wrongly, I associate German with a deep voice and Italian with a high voice, which reinforces this impression of gentleness and calm. And maybe that's just my contradictory nature. Many people do indeed think that German is an aggressive language, perhaps because of the R's. In any case, bravo, neighbors, for this masterful series. I love American series, they're the best, but it's great to hear languages other than English. And kudos, MovieMan, for your curiosity about this beautiful language, and for all the efforts you're making to learn it little by little and pronounce it correctly. It's very pleasant to watch. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're enjoying the time. I certainly am. The German language is one of a few languages, for sure, that certainly fascinates me. But also it's like fun to learn and to speak it as well. Even though it seems like a lot on the surface. Wait, what do you mean you don't even need a permit to own guns? I'm not from the US. This is mind blowing. It depends where you are. I'm in the South, which is a lot more, shall we say, liberal about it. To the point where right now, not only do you not need to have a permit or take a class to own a firearm, in the state that I am, you don't even need to register the damn thing. You can just like have one. Other states are different. Other states in the US, to be fair, have stricter regulations. Either they're frowned upon, or you have to have a carry permit, or if you're driving in certain areas, you can't even have like the gun and the ammo has to be separate, or if you're like hunting, you have a rifle, you can't even have like a round chambered. Different areas of the US are more strict when it comes to that, but I happen to reside in the South, where when I became of age, you did need a permit, and then after I got the permit, like in recent years, you now no longer need a permit or registration. So yes, I think they do a background check loosely. Anyway, all right, cool. Let's not dwell on all this too much. I've already been yapping a whole hell of a lot. Thank you guys and gals so much for watching. Appreciate the love and support. If you're watching on Patreon, I appreciate that additional layer of love and support. If you ever considered hopping onto Patreon, now is always a good time. You get early access to these episodes weeks, if not months in advance, full, uncut, uncensored with HD video accompaniment, access to my entire content backlog of every previous reaction series that I've done, including Patreon exclusive series, couples react content, full-on movie commentaries on the higher tiers, etc., etc. If you're on YouTube, of course, that's still more than enough. I appreciate the love and support. I only ask that you drop a like, comment below for the almighty algorithm and such, and ideally subscribe. That'd be super duper cool. We are so close to 7K, which is still crazy to me that I have that many at all, but we're close to 7K, and I think we can get there before the end of the year. Of course, stretch goal would be awesome, you know, somehow 10K surge would be great, but I appreciate your love and support. Thank you for watching. Thank you for bearing with me as I take notes and desperately try to clean on as the show progresses. Let's hop into episode 5, Life und Death. Excited as always. Oh, an arm-marked grave. And it's like pouring out too, as I pour half the drink on myself. Air raid sirens? Is that Charlotte? No. That's Claudia. Oh, burying her mother.
Warum sterben wir?
Oh, wait, no, wait, hang on, I'm sorry. Wait, no, not her mother, her daughter. Jesus, yeah. Sorry, the age difference threw me off for a second there. After we know that Regina was murdered. Why do we die?
Zeitpunkt unseres Abschieds vorherbestimmt. Wir werden geboren und wir sterben.
So the constant thread of like loss and those that we care about, lost in some way or another, whether it's death or otherwise, as we're comparing and contrasting. It's funny that, again, constants and variables, right? Even across all these different, between our alpha universe and our alternate universe, there's still like the same layers of like rot and pain and suffering and loss and such.
Gleichgültig wie unser Weg dazwischen aussieht.
Yeah, see, no matter what path we take, it all leads to the same, like, what seems to be the same inevitable conclusions. Oh god. And I forget those like acorn looking things are people. Leben und Tod.
Zu mir.
Adam's talking to Charlotte? There's the picture from the Netflix. Love the snow though.
Und wir können diesen Knoten endgültig lösen.
Untie the knot.
Deinen Teil dazu beitragen.
Untie the knot, do your part. So even she's working for him.
Eva wird ihr Ziel niemals erreichen. Ihre Welt hat es ebenso wenig verdient, gerettet zu werden.
Okay, Adam. F you too. Like, who are you to judge? Like Prometheus, I steal fire from the gods. Like, playing with life and death over here. What makes yours so special, huh? A little bit of bias, experience. I have seen it all.
Die unsere.
Oh, and that's why I gotta stop pausing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I gotta get into a better habit of pausing between scenes and moments. That one, fully on me. Fully on me. Any more than ours. Spoken like a true... Alright, let me alter my take on that. Spoken like an absolute true nihilist over here. Her world does not deserve to be saved any more than ours. Yeah, based on your experience, what you've observed as somebody who's caught in a cycle of being manipulated by himself and those that he thinks are there to help him. Of course he'd feel jaded. Of course he'd feel this way about life and people because of his unfortunate circumstances. But there's more to it outside of this triquetra over here. And he's just blinded by, I don't even want to say ambition, blinded by what he believes is his, what would Loki say? I'm burdened with glorious purpose over here. All right, alternate universe. One day until the, oh? Are we going back in time? Wait, alternate, whoa. I've been following everything so far, so forgive me for the abuse and pausing, but I'm trying to make sure that I don't, these notes are a lifesaver for me to make sure I don't get lost on the journey. Oh, more dreams. Ooh, black nail polish, though. Interesting. Different version of Marta, though. That was his Marta, wasn't it? How was last night? I gotta go. How long is your hair gonna get? Well, I guess it gets to the stranger's length until eventually you lose it and become the wrinkled chestnut that you're destined to become, huh? So you wanna talk about it? No, I suppose it's more fun to get dressed in silence. Music seems eerie, but also like longing. I don't want to say hopeful, but
Wir müssen los.
harkening to like the first season. We gotta go to the power plant.
Jonas?
The cesium, right? To stop it all from happening, which is all part of the plan. Because we found out that Eva is working with I don't know how long it's been happening, but I don't know if the Marta they met in the bunker in the alternate universe version of 2052. I don't know if that's the apocalypse according to Eva. I don't know if she's already become Eva at that point. I'm inclined to say that she has, because she's in there with Noah in the bunker, and they're already like manipulating both younger version of herself and Alpha Universe Jonas. So I assume that the cesium alteration is all according to Eva's plan, is my assumption. Again.
Nichts.
Never mind. Okay, great. I figure there's got to be either a happy ending or a bittersweet ending, perhaps. I feel like eventually, my prediction for this show is I feel like we're going to break the cycle. I feel like we're going to break the cycle, but it's going to come at a hefty, hefty cost. I feel like there's no way to be able to end all this without somebody losing something or someone. It's all gonna, das can only end in tears, sir.
Warst du denn? Und danach bist du wie vom Erdboden verschwunden.
You didn't hear her
Und
upstairs?
wer bist du bitte schön?
Fun story. Oh, he's okay. Ooh. Goodbye.
Es wird gut.
Oh.
Was ist denn los?
What did you do to her?
Ich muss jetzt los.
Not even a hi from the new boy, huh? Just to make sure. Oh yeah, and it updated with the unknown. He has a striking cleft lip and almost always appears in a set of three: a boy, an adult, and an elderly man. Who is this person who travels through space and time? Indeed. Yeah, see, it even updated the timeline where they're in the center of it all. I love to see this timeline at the end of everything. This is crazy work all around. Crazy how we even had some references to people that we had never even saw. Like, I guess there was a photo. No, we did see Heinrich. That's right. Because when young Gustav was in the carriage, it was with his father, Heinrich, and then it cut to him reminiscing on that before the unknown strangled him. It's Leopold, who we've never actually like visually seen. Oh, and whoop. And now Alpha Universe.
Du wartest am Eingang.
Trying to get her hubby out of here. Hi, Helene.
Hat 5 Uhr Schichtwechsel.
My mother.
Wir bringen Mickel zurück.
How are we gonna do that? Oh, look at that. He's like, I don't deserve you, but I'm loved, grateful. Very intense emotions.
Tut mir leid.
Oh, see, there it is.
Alles.
It's okay. I'm here now.
Oh, Charlotte. Bist du schon zurück?
And this is HG. Correct me if I'm wrong, we've never gotten a name for HG. He just goes by HG, right? I mean, have we seen his name spelled out before? So, but we're in the 80s now. No, wait, yeah, yes, we're in the 80s, which is, hang on, according to the timeline, that puts us in, or do we just not go back to the, hang on, what's the damn year? It's going to drive me crazy if I don't look it up. We're 87, okay, 1987 in Clock Shop. Again, I'm just taking the time to make sure that I'm following along, basically.
Hast du jemals darüber nachgedacht, ob es möglich ist, die Zeit zurückzudrehen?
I do it every day, mein Fräulein.
Glaubst du, dass es geht? Dass man irgendwie zurück kann und die Dinge ändern kann?
Because he's been approached before about the time machine, and like, clearly. So now he's like, well, hell, even my daughter's asking about this.
Groß genug.
Oh, grown up enough.
Sind das meine Eltern?
Oh, shit.
Das bist nicht du. Das ist mein Sohn und seine Frau.
My son and his wife. We don't know who that would be. We only know that Charlotte is his. So my son and my wife. So he had multiple children then.
Und meine Enkelin.
And my granddaughter.
Sie sind bei einem Autounfall.
Oh, that's right.
Da waren 2 Frauen, die hatten ein Bündel in der Hand. Das Bündel warst du. Dass mir in dieser Nacht alles genommen werden würde. Und gleichzeitig alles geschenkt.
Interesting. Okay. So this is all right. I'm slow. Forgive me. I'm forgetting we've already had this revelation about who's who, right? Because we know that Charlotte's true father is Noah. So 2 women show up with Charlotte in a basket and say, you're going to lose everything tonight, but also gain everything. I believe by saying gain everything, he's gained Charlotte, who's, not his biologically, it seems, unless there's something again, if I'm missing anything, please fill me in, because I don't know if you noticed, there's a lot going on here. But his son and his son's wife died in the accident for sure. But his H.G. Tannhaus's granddaughter went missing in an accident. And I don't believe she's been revealed, and if she has, I do not recall who HG's granddaughter is. But we do know that Charlotte's father is Noah, and that through crazy time travel shenanigans, Charlotte is both Elizabeth's mother, but also Elizabeth is Charlotte's mother, because Elizabeth and Noah end up complex stuff, man. And how, I doubt he knows that. And then even if he did, how could you really explain that to him? Your daughter is your mother. Like, poor kid. All these people drawn into this craziness.
Einzige, was du bei dir hattest.
The pocket watch.
Das verstehe ich nicht. Wer sind meine Eltern?
Well, about that.
Charlotte.
Wer bin ich?
Who am I?
Ich weiß es nicht.
Well, about as well as to be expected. Had to give it to her at some point. And now we're back in the alternate universe. Well, that's right, because Alexander was being blackmailed by...
Ich habe noch ein paar Fragen zu dem toten Jungen im Bunker.
to ruin her life, right?
Ich hätte nicht gedacht, dass es so zu Ende geht. Alles hat seine Zeit.
It's time for anything indeed. A reckoning is upon us. Oh, interesting.
Ich habe mich gefragt, ob ihr die Pläne archiviert.
Von welchem Monat sprechen wir?
Nicht Monat.
The year.
1986.
What a coincidence, huh? Well. And now we're in the apocalypse, still in the alternate universe, yes? So, unless I'm mistaken, we started in 20... Because now we're... In any case, now we're in 2052. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to hang on for dear life here. Here with Claudia. Is she gonna run into somebody in here? Was this where she was... I'm forgetting. Was this where she was holed up with her mother? With her daughter previously? It looks spooked. Oh. Interesting. It is just younger her, right? Is it not?
Hallo, Claudia.
Isn't that just younger her? Am I crazy? Where to now? Yeah, I was about to say, back to the checkpoint again. Gotta check the wall again. It's constantly raining. Ruminates in the pocket watch that's now in her possession. I like the detail that her hands are Rooney from all the rain. I like the continuity detail there. Oh. Damn.
Wir haben sie.
Denial or hope, one of the two. She's got a point, at least from her perspective.
Du kommst aus einer anderen Welt?
Oh, so alternate universe her.
Dich ins Licht zu führen.
I'm here to guide you into the light. I bet she is. Unless this is the start of it, right? The only thing I so far have any shred of hope that could be an actual deviation in the cycle is older Claudia. She seemed to be at peace with, she seemed to know her demise was imminent. And she was she convinced Jonas, or at least was like, hey, if we go down here, I've discovered after all these years of information given to you given to me, back and forth, there's no way to make any major change. The only thing we can do is a small incremental one. Hence the small addition in the cesium barrel. Instead of preventing the cesium from being opened, she was the catalyst for some minute change that could hopefully domino. Now, is this where that all starts? Is this where the information relay starts for her? I don't know. But I can't recall if this is alternate universe Claudia or... No, this has got to be... Oh, wait. Isn't... I forget who's the original alternate universe Claudia in this bit. Because I don't know if she's being visited by Alpha Universe Claudia or... She says other world. So that would tell me that she's from the Alpha Universe, I believe, not this universe.
Du kommst aus einer anderen Welt?
Another world, rather.
Was willst du hier?
As they're so quick to say, or correct.
Da draußen gibt es zwei Gruppen, die die Vorherrschaft über das Reisen durch die Zeit
That's
kämpfen.
true.
Licht und Schatten.
Light and Shadow, Light and Dark, Adam und
Dass
Eva.
du dich unserer Seite anschließt. Evas Seite.
Work for Eva.
Jonas? Er will beide Welten für immer auslöschen und damit den Knoten zerstören. Aber Eva will beide Welten retten.
Bullshit. It's all a lie. She knows the end is also imminent.
Jonas hat gesagt, wir können es ändern. Wir ändern eine Komponente und damit die ganze Welt. Das hast du ihm gesagt.
That's what you told him, was to change... Yeah, your older self told him to change one minor thing.
Jonas hat die Passage in 2020 geöffnet.
Right.
Der ältere Jonas hat sie zuvor in 2019 geschlossen,
Right.
nachdem sie im Sommer 86 das erste Mal geöffnet wurde.
Mhm.
In allen 3 Momenten wurden im Tunnel Rückstände von Cäsium hinterlassen, einer Komponente der schwarzen Materie.
Right.
Halbwertszeiten.
Radioactive half-lives.
In jedem Kreislauf wird an all
In each cycle, at all 3 moments,
das Cäsium erneut in den Tunnel gebracht, bevor es komplett
cesium is brought back in the tunnel before it is fully decayed. Okay, right. Sure, okay. I'm following, kind of.
Es potenziert sich bis ins Unendliche.
Infinite expansion of the cesium.
So ist die Passage entstanden. Alles muss immer wieder passieren.
Everything has to happen again.
Alles in dieser Schleife wiederholt sich. Leben,
Life and death. So Adam wants to destroy everything to stop the cycle, and then Eva claims that there's a way to save everything, but as she then revealed her hand away from the ears of those that could do that would want to fight against her, she still wants to end it all as well. She's trying to make sure the cycle continues, but she wants to end things her own way. They both want the end of it all, but through means that aren't gonna be great. They just market themselves as the light rather. All the fog, it's comical. But all the fog, but I thought we were in the alternate universe. I didn't get lost, did I? Charlotte T's Alexander, alternate universe. Did I get lost? Did I get turned around at some point? Was there a transition that I missed? I'll find out shortly. No, we are in the alternate universe. Okay. So I think there was a transition that I missed at some point. That was Claudia at the police station. Wait, I thought we were, but wait, it just did the alternate unit. Hang on a second. I'm not crazy, right? Yeah, and that's the universe transition. Was there a universe transition that I missed when we cut from? So she's also in the she's in the alternate, but that would imply that's the alpha. Did I get lost already? Is that the alpha universe no, it's the alpha universe that it happened. So she's chilling on the alpha universe. But I thought him with the beard was the was it right here? Did I miss one right here? No, it was a normal. That's confusing, but that was a normal ass segue. But unless I'm turned around, the whoop implies that we just went back to the, right here, whoop, now we're in the alternate universe, which implies that this is all alpha universe, right? All that's alpha. But then unless I'm crazy, he doesn't have this is the universe in which his wife died, which would be the alternate, right? But then here we're with HG, that's the alpha, is it not? With the pocket watch. And then before that, we were in the alpha because that's Ulrich. Alpha. The one scene with Alexander's throwing me off. Because in this universe, Regina succumbed to her illness and he has a beard. Unless I'm crazy, is that not how it went down? Right? Because that's all out. There's alternate. Yeah, right here. So they're in the alternate universe in the beginning. And then it would cut to alpha. And we're in the alpha here. Okay, and then alpha universe. Still in the alpha universe, right. Okay, when it cuts to HG. Alternate universe. Okay, yeah, that is the alternate universe. There's something that's amiss here for me. Unless I'm just missing something. Goes from the alpha to the alternate universe. Charlotte goes to see Alexander, right? But then instead of any type of segue that would be indicative of going back to the alpha universe, the scene just ends. Right there, doom. It ends. That's not an official segue. Not like we've seen so far. Okay, police station. But this implies that we're still in the but wait. So during this, we're still in. Did they forget to put in a segue? Are we? I'm so sorry. I'm caught up on this. But is this not the? This implies we're still in the alternate universe. And then the oh my god, it's me. And then we just cut away. So, but we cut away to what's supposed to be the alpha universe right here, where they're wandering around. Unless I'm mistaken, right? Like this whole time, Peter and Elizabeth have survived. They're in the alpha, right? Aren't they going to see the graves and whatnot? Like, am I losing my mind here? But then we have the final. Then after that whole scene, and then it cuts back to the police station. No official transfer. Then they have their scene. And then we have an official transfer. Which then, this is the alternate, because we have the fog. So, it just threw me off. The whole bit with Claudia because I thought the Apocalypse, but unless I was mistaken, I thought that was Apocalypse in the Alpha universe. Weird. Let me know at home if I'm reading into this too much, or if I don't know if that was like an error in editing, or if that's a purposeful like thing to notice, but it's weird. Normally the segues are very clear, and they wouldn't just like miss something like that. So and this is indicative that we're in the alternate universe, like where we started off in this episode.
Aber im Sommer 86 ist hier irgendwas passiert.
So their goal is to try to make sure the cesium is not opened.
Sie macht es möglich, durch die Zeit zu reisen.
But they're playing right into the enemy's hands.
Sie bringen den LKW mit den Fässern heute her.
And in terms of who the enemy is, take your pick, either Eva or Adam. But like either way, they're just playing it right into their hands, like they always have been. Ow. Oh, her face? You gotta be kidding me. That's how she gets her face scarred up? Oh, and then realizes on the road. Not the main scar, but the scratch in her face. Starting to suspect, huh?
Der Kratzer. Die Mutter, die mich hierher gebracht hat. Alles wiederholt sich.
Indeed.
Sie wollte es ändern.
So she said.
Aber wenn du zu ihr wirst, dann bleibt alles gleich.
Look at my boy finally figuring it out. Interesting.
Wenn ich verhindern kann, dass die Fässer geöffnet werden, wenn es eine Möglichkeit gibt, das alles zu
Und wenn es
stoppen,
das ist, was sie will?
It is.
Dass alles genauso wieder passiert?
But what difference will this make? Him figuring it all out now, wouldn't he have inevitably figured it out anyway, right? Like he's realizing what we want him to realize, but but again, to what end? Like, will it actually matter?
Vielleicht sind wir es, die es überhaupt auslöst.
Yeah.
Warum sollte sie das wollen?
Weil sie alle lügen.
Yeah, they're all lying, dude. They're all lying.
Die ganze Zeit.
Yep, the entire time.
Gemacht, was die anderen gesagt haben.
Exactly. Come on, character arc, my boy. Unless this is...
Ich muss zurück zu Eva. Ich will endlich wissen, was die Wahrheit ist.
You're gonna trust her to give you the truth? Off. I have to go back and tell her what she's already expecting. But Martha's gonna keep going in. Martha, she wants to save her world. And she has the blueprints. Oh, she's not. She's gonna actually leave with him. Interesting. And transition. Okay, now we transition back to, I'm thinking 80s, maybe not. See, they're very purposeful. That is so weird, then, that you would, that whole scene with Elizabeth and Peter at the checkpoint in the pocket watch. Am I crazy? Wasn't that always the, have I been, like, looking into it too hard? Has that always been alternate universe, or was that not the Alpha universe? So why, is that just an accident with the edit, or is that purposeful? Yeah, please somebody answer that. Now we're young Charlotte in the 1987 Alpha Universe. What's up?
Wenn ich von hier laufe, wie lange brauche ich dann bis Winden?
And who are you?
An deiner Stelle würde ich mir das nochmal überlegen.
Huh.
Winden ist wie ein schwarzes Loch. Wenn du einmal drin bist, kommst du nie wieder raus.
A lot of people feel that way, huh?
Alles okay mit dir?
Ist kompliziert.
And who are you, Mr. Long, tall, suave, and handsome?
Was machst du hier?
Ist kompliziert.
Oh, what do you want to bet we're gonna know who you are? Interesting. I don't...
Meine Mutter ist gestorben. Mein Vater lebt hier. Bis vor ein paar Tagen habe ich nicht mal gewusst, wer mein Vater ist. Sie hat mir gesagt.
What's his name? My dad lived here. Past tense. Introduce yourself.
Ich bin Peter.
Peter?
Charlotte.
Oh, crazy the casting, man. I can see it in his face. So Charlotte oh yeah, so this is the first time they met, and they eventually like get together. That is crazy casting. Man, they did such a good job with this show. Her meeting Peter to eventually have Elizabeth and Franziska, who Elizabeth will eventually have her with Noah. Oh boy. Hey, young Peter. Peter. I should have guessed, honestly. I really should have guessed, but I'm just me being foolish. And then, boom, now we're in allegedly the alternate universe. Alternate universe Elizabeth, who is not mute, or deaf, rather. Lord have mercy.
Bist du schon zurück aus der Schule?
Yeah, see? Oh, wait. No, exactly. So there has to have been an editing problem. She's wearing the same outfit that she wore when she went to go see Alexander, is she not? So when she was seeing Alexander, that was alternate universe, but there was no indication of universe transfer like there always has been. I think it was an issue. I think it must have been an editing issue, because this confirms it, because we just had a purposeful go back to alternate, but between the scene of, alternate. No, so it was No, I'm so lost with this confusion. It's the whole Elizabeth and Peter thing in the future apocalypse. But that's Alpha Universe Apocalypse, isn't it? I don't know, man. I'm sorry.
Was machst du denn hier?
Seine Schicht war um 18 Uhr zu Ende, Matt ist gegen 18:21 Uhr verschwunden.
Das ist jetzt nicht dein Ernst, oder?
Helge's involvement?
Er hat weder was mit Mats zu tun, noch mit dem Jungen, den ihr gefunden habt.
You don't know that, buddy.
Mein Vater ist vielleicht an dem Mord von 2 Jungen beteiligt.
Sie ist nicht taub.
She's not deaf.
Ulrich hat recht. Das alles hängt irgendwie zusammen.
Ulrich?
Yeah, the guy that I work with. Oh, Lord. Let me transfer again. Okay. Yes! Yes! That's what I'm There has to have been an editing continuity issue. There has to have been. But they're so purposeful with the show. Why would they do it like that? Like a hard cut, just a hard cut both times to this scene in the apocalypse, which right now, again, we're establishing. That's what I was trying to say before. Now we're back in the Alpha universe. So it's just so weird because earlier in the episode, we're also back here in 2052. And between the scenes of, it goes alternate universe jump. Charlotte goes to see Alexander. Then cut to this, 2052. Claudia is exploring the police station. No alternate world segue. Cut to Elizabeth and Peter going to the checkpoint. No segue. Cut back to Claudia talking to herself regarding Eva and the fight for the light and all that. Talking about cesium. Then there's an official cut back to the alternate universe where we join Martha and Jonas at the power plant. But there's the whole scene with Elizabeth and Peter, and I believe, Claudia and herself, that all would have also taken place in the Alpha universe, but there's no official universe-like transition. I don't know, man. Is Noah gonna be in here? Oh.
Hey, warte.
Some rando going through our shit? Mind if I have this?
Hab keine Angst.
Uh-huh. Well, goddamn. Oh my god. Jesus. Don't be scared of me. I'm only gonna crack your skull open. Great. Where's Peter, huh? Just gonna raid the place, huh? I'm sorry, I didn't want to do that.
Wohnst du hier alleine?
What do you want to bet Noah's gonna show up and save the day? Lord knows I've never seen Peter raise a hand at anybody. I mean, Peter might show up and, do what you gotta do to protect your daughter, protect your own. But something tells me if he wants to have him get closer to him and eventually birth, Charlotte and whatnot, I feel like Noah is going to come in and save the day. Noah's the one who we've seen murder somebody like over a season ago. At least one murder, right? So like animal over here. Yeah, I bet it tastes good.
Keine Ahnung, wann ich das letzte Mal was Warmes gegessen habe.
Well, she can read lips, though, right? Gotta breathe, buddy. Well, he's gonna get pissy at her for not talking, not responding. Then how can she communicate? Oh, don't feed her. But to say you threw her head, like, face first, head first into the side of the... And you're like, I might as well share some of the stew that I've stolen from you. No, let me guess, you're gonna, like, take advantage of her? I can't recall last time that I had a warm meal, and I can't recall the last time that I had a warm, anything. No one's gonna save her, though. Yeah, yeah. Music's doing a good job of just making it like, stroking her hair? He's a child, bro. F off. No, but he's thinking about it. When else am I gonna get a chance like this? Looking at her up and down, thinking it over. No one's gonna show up. Oh, or Peter. Oh, wow. Yeah, come up. Oh, yep, there you go. I thought it was gonna be Noah. Jesus. God, dude's feral. Oh, he's gonna bash him over with a can? Jesus. And then stab this guy. Oh, come on. Almost got him. Peter, he's buying you a window here. She's buying you a window. Oh, now Noah's gonna show up. Yeah, bite him. Oh, you bit her? Elbowed her in the face, you animal. Oh my god. Come on, adrenaline already. Just gouge this his eyes out. Jesus Christ. You've come so far. You survived the apocalypse. This animal over here. Bite his fingers off. Do something. Oh, no. Wow. What a fucking animal. What a goddamn monster. Dude, somebody... There you go. Now, bash his head in. There you go. Brush the there. Yeah, that's right. Now, don't stop until there's nothing left. That's right. Keep going. Keep going. Double tap. Triple tap. Good. Deserved. It's a shame you had to do it, but good. Jesus. Talk about survivor's guilt now, though. She has to live knowing that the last conversation she had with her dad was, like, a bad one. That's a shame. And then her father died protecting her. That's how Peter's story ends. Jeez. Now we cut to the future. She's been through even more. Jesus, man. This is certainly an episode of life and death, huh? Yeah, I told you, guys. Peter's not a very physical fella. Oh, wait. I've been calling the year they're in 2052, but that's not... Wait, but... No, it is 2052. But now we're in the far future. Isn't there a farther future? Or am I correct? No, that was shortly after the apocalypse. Okay. I've been referring to it as the wrong date. Now we're in 2052. What a shame. I mean, I guess we knew Peter wasn't able to stick around the whole time. So what was the previous year? Because the apocalypse was in 2020... why have I just been, like, putting in the... just absentmindedly putting down the wrong year. So that all happened in 2020, shortly after the apocalypse. Apologies. See, again, I get confused, but then I eventually get back on track and I go back and I make the appropriate alterations. To be fair, a lot of years, a lot going on. Jesus, just some rando and all that happened. Just one random raider staring at the God particle. And your mother.
Es ist Zeit. Du musst sie gehen lassen.
Families reunited. Crazy circumstances. I like the idea, again, to show the light in the darkness. I think it's hilarious that, like, once you start officially working for Adam and his inner circle, he's like, all right, you must put on your ceremonial pea coat now. Just these, like, lawn black coats. Now it's your turn. Right, because first Agnes went off in the other episode, and now Charlotte and Elizabeth are traveling. Say goodbye to your family again. Now, where are you two heading? Mother and daughter, daughter and mother. All part of the same cycle. And now we just jump through time.
Diesen Knoten niemals lösen.
Yeah, and now here we are. This confirms again Alpha Universe. So still Alpha Universe. Now we hop back to 2020.
Du musst sie führen.
Lead them. All for Eva. So even the change we thought she was doing was all for Eva.
Wir müssen den Knoten aufrechterhalten.
You must lead them. Preserve the knot. This confirms that the other Claudia is from the alternate universe for sure. I was just thrown off by the lack of proper transitions, which with a show this detailed, I can only assume is done on purpose, but if not, that's a glaring mistake.
Du wirst ihn leiten müssen und dich später gegen ihn stellen.
And then later defy him. Great, cool, can't wait. So even what we thought was going to be a change is once again all part of Eva's plan.
Es steht alles da drin. Wir werden uns wiedersehen. Halt, warte!
Jeez. And now we cut back again to the... See, it's so intentional in the editing that it genuinely makes me wonder why there's no official edit from right here to... like, we have the edit here from alpha to alternate, but we're here at alternate right here. Like, it's like alpha, 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 alpha. We have to alternate. And then from right here, alternate to what's supposed to be the alpha, there is no whoop. It's just a cut to black. I am confusion. Alternate universe in 2020, yeah?
Wenn es nur eine Welt geben kann.
There can only be one world. I like the change of perspective there. Interesting. What, are you gonna, like, stab him? Kiss him?
Ich wollte das ja alles nicht.
Of course not. It's a real tragedy, honestly.
Gestern Nacht, das wolltest du nicht.
Well, now, hold on now.
Das hier ist falsch.
But we're a perfect match. Damn. Seemingly doomed in every universe, huh?
Das hier ist falsch, ja.
Doesn't feel wrong. I guess we're both going. Both head into tunnel to confront Eva. That's gonna go well if it's not already preordained. Unless this is him. I would say this is him going against the grain, but once again, like if we go by the show's own logic, everything that has happened, will happen, is going to happen, will happen because it has happened. There is no change in anything because everything was just gonna, like, I've grown so disillusioned to the idea of hope in this show and that anything could possibly be changed. Even now, learning that what I thought was the small incremental little, like, grain of sand, the little grain of cesium rice, so to speak, speak, that I thought was displaced to help trigger the eventual, like, domino, is not. It's all, once again, all part of Eva's plan, man. All because alternate universe Claudia went to go confront Alpha universe Claudia and tell her to go do it. Like... So all this feels like hopeless and pointless. It all feels like I'm watching a narrative that has a tragic yet inevitable conclusion. But sure, why not? And now let's head back to the Alpha verse. Like, what are we doing here, B? Like, come on. Oh, we're in the 80s. I can tell by that outfit. Are we not? This would be... yeah, we are in the 80s. Dude, you're gonna go after your mom here? Now remind me, I just wrote this down. This is 87? Yeah, alright, so we're Alpha Universe, and this is Helene, right? Helene? Yes. Hey, don't be too obvious or anything.
Folgen Sie mir?
No, I'm just going for a walk.
Die Schlüsselkarte.
Threatening her own mother. Damn, yeah.
Lass das!
Yo. Yo. This is not gonna end well. She's gonna, like, fall or hurt herself or something. Are you gonna beat up your mom? Like, what's the next step in your master plan? Yo! Dude, let's calm down a little bit here. I bet she has, like, a defense in her purse or something. Don't! Is she alive? She's still moving. Dude, assaulted her mother with a rock! Are you kidding me? Jesus. Dude, I'm telling you, she has something, like, self-defense wise. She's gonna... Oh! Yeah, there you go. Dude, your mom's about to kill you. Jesus. Oh, is that how it ends up there? The pendant? Oh my god. And Ulrich continues to rot. Yo. Now, is she dead, though? Is she dead? The show doesn't like to have people stay dead. One would certainly think. Oh my god. And that was the St. Christopher pendant, right? Unless I'm mistaken. Yes. Oh, because she'll see the pendant and she'll remember, well, because yeah, it's the same pendant that she would wear the whole, and she had, well, no, but she yanked it off her neck. Right, so that's not anything too major right there. Okay. I mean, like, you tried to, like, rob your mom with no plan. Crazy. Is she actually dead? I can't tell if she's breathing or not. Oh wait, yeah, she's dead. If she's about to, like, literally throw her body in the damn... Yo. But if the pendant gets left behind, that's where it's found in the sand. Like, over 30 years later, when Jonas and Marta are hanging out there, right? They find the pendant in the sand. That's crazy. Yeah, there it is. It gets left behind. Yep, there we go. Crazy, that's how it gets there. That is insane. And it's all part of the cycle, right? That pendant has traveled. Dude, Charlotte, dude, dude, talk about life and death. That's what becomes of her? This is messy. Dude, this is crazy. This is crazy. Okay, we're still in 87 then, yeah? Oh my god. Oh yeah, because they went away for a while. So this is is it Inez? Is that her name? I'm already forgetting. I feel terrible. This is it is Inez, yeah. Inez returns with Mikkel/Michael. Well, Michael. Gonna see signs of a break-in, right? Because didn't Charlotte break in? Am I crazy? Or did she just sneak in? I thought she broke in. I guess they wouldn't notice it immediately. No, but he did. Yeah. Not gonna say anything about it. I'm sure Mom will discover eventually. And now we have back at home. Yo. Oh no. Jesus. The pendant. Yeah. Oh, for sake. Great. Great, Mom. Wonderful. Mother of the Year. Feature kid. Jesus, well, you do eventually. Don't worry, Mom. You eventually finish the job you wanted to start. I should have gotten rid of you too, acknowledging the fact that the abortion that we saw her go in for as a child. Jesus Christ. I mean, I get it. At that point, it's a trauma response, and she has the fresh trauma from this mystery woman calling her by name. But Jesus, I mean, we already knew she wasn't a great mother, but like, beat her when she's younger, murder her when she grows older. Like, yeah, Helene. I mean, she also has a tragic backstory and upbringing, but that's no excuse, like reasoning perhaps as to why she's up the way that she is. But that's terrible. And then your daughter clearly concerned, and you went through your trauma of like attempted mugging, borderline almost homicide. Then you committed homicide, and now you're like, oh, I got all this going on. I got to take it out of my daughter because she said mom. You're not worthy of the name. Jesus. Like, it just, what bugs me about, like, I always wonder, like, again, I guess it's because of upbringing and the way that you're raised and what's ingrained in your mind as to, like, what's the sense of right and wrong and what's the proper way to parent. But if I mean, it's one thing to parent and to be, like, strict with your child, right? But I've never been, a big believer in corporal punishment, or I can't imagine like, facing myself at the end of the day if I just were to just beat my child. Like, if you're my son and or daughter, and even if you did misbehave or something, the idea of beating you into submission until you're in tears in the corner, and then what I'm gonna be like, that's right, I sure showed them moves, boss. I should have gotten, what a piece of shit kid anyway. I can't believe you came from my own, womb or sperm or whatever. I really took care of them. I put matters in my own hands, like my daddy and my mommy before me. Like, I want to be able to live with myself, like look at myself, right? Like, it's already going to be, if I ever am a parent, it's already going to be hard enough to like discipline my kids in any way and have to try to figure out that paradigm and relationship. But I'm disgusted by I would be disgusted with myself. I can't imagine a world in which, like, if my child misbehaves or if I have a rough day, or, even if I went through a traumatic experience, I can't imagine a world in which I take it out of my kid. Like, that's crazy. And that's where she ends up. There's no escape from Vinden. Crazy. We're seeing people's, like, yep, the pendant that's eventually discovered. Jesus. Oh, man. Oh, as he waited there all night. Again. Hey, at least you got to say goodbye, buddy, right? Oh, and the tragedy of Ulrich. Old Ulrich. Oh, wait, hey, now, wait. I kept saying Charlotte, right? I was saying Charlotte when I should have been saying Francisca, right? Oh, my God. See, I did it again, didn't I? Face blindness all over again. Wait, no, it was... Yeah, it was Francisca. Oh my God. I did it again for a whole episode. Oh my God, I did it again. I mean, it was still her mother that did it, but it's Katarina. So I know I had the face in my head, but I kept saying Charlotte. Just kept saying the wrong name. Just to let you know, I knew it was mother and daughter. I was well aware of that. And I'm in my head, I was thinking Katarina, but for some reason my dumb, stupid brain kept saying Charlotte. Although earlier I did look up at Charlotte earlier and say they both, no, so it's not Charlotte. No, it's Katarina who perished. Katarina who makes it all the way to the 80s to look for her kid. I just kept saying the wrong name. I follow everything else, but that's where I get lost. Cross out. I get a year wrong in this episode. I get a name wrong in this episode. Katarina. Okay, my bad. Now it's Charlotte. We love our montages in this show. Again, apologies. I eventually caught myself. It took a minute, but I caught myself. Onto the old Doppler estate. Foreshadowing I didn't even realize was here. Oh, yep, and there's Noah to come save the traumatized. Yep, there we go. And so it began. Got the guitar. Claudia has now been inducted into the team of Eva and serving the light to fight the shadow. And here we are back to the alternate universe with Eva, yes? As I expected. I knew you would figure it out in return. But is the unknown going to be here? He was right in the Triketra, wasn't he? I'm standing right there, huh?
Es ist das, was aus dir wird.
Unknown walks in. Hello.
Adam und Eva.
Hello, Mama. Now, what's her reaction going to be? Did she expect this?
So beginnt alles neu.
Yeah. As was always the pattern, huh?
Du hast gelogen.
Yes, I did.
Du hast gesagt, wir können beide Welten retten, aber wir können nur eine Welt
Are
retten.
you surprised, you foolish child? Yeah, has the scar right there from the barbed wire. Another scar. How did she get this scar, huh?
In meine Welt!
It's like it's about to happen. Why would you come back here, man? What do you think was gonna happen? Nothing good. Nothing good's gonna come of this.
Aber für dich gibt es keinen Weg zurück.
What, he's stranded here in the alternate universe? The other world?
Ein Mensch lebt 3 Leben.
That's what Adam said.
Das erste endet mit dem Verlust der Naivität.
Oh, are you about to murder him? First one ends the loss of naivete.
Das zweite mit dem Verlust der
Loss
Unschuld.
of innocence, and then loss of life. Are you about to murder him?
Und das dritte mit dem Verlust des Lebens selbst.
Naivete, innocence, then life. Dude, is she gonna just kill him?
Deines endet hier und jetzt.
Oh, the unknown? You're gonna make their child do it? Oh, no, just Martha, period.
Wozu du in diese Welt geschickt wurdest.
Yo.
Sie hat gesagt, dass wir die Apokalypse stoppen müssen. Die Fässer im AKW. Du wirst alles verstehen.
Yo. Again, this was all ordained. Yo, every version of her too? What? Oh my god. All the Martha alts. This is what you become. I'm starting to lose track here. Things are getting out of hand. You're gonna kill your... Wait. Are you gonna scar her? Are you gonna kill her? Yeah, see, she's about to do something. Damn. That's the Martha you have not become yet. And now the roles are reversed. Alpha Jonas, this is where his journey ends. I hate it so much. I hate it so much how all these holier than thou, I walk the righteous path people just like, I walk over here. What I am going to do was always going to happen and shall be done. You can't change it. This is how it is. All right, anyway, bap, and then murder, and then this, and manipulation, and now we move on again to accomplish our war. Like, both Adam's crew, Adam and his crew, Eva and her crew, I can't stand these he's a complete like cock so he accomplished what he said, what he was supposed to do, and is supposed to put this alternate Martha on her path. So this is where presumably where Alpha Jonas like he's been our protagonist so far for all of this, and this is where he finally dies. But the question is, who does that then how? But this is the cycle they're trying to perpetuate, right? So this means that like the stranger and that Adam, unless something else happens here, the Adam would cease to be. I would say unless there's another Jonas, right? Or unless there's but we know that there's no Jonas in this alternate timeline. So, hey, I gotta let it play out. I got questions. How'd she get the scar, huh? Gives her the pendant. Oh. I'll make this right. Will you, though? Of course, dies right in the middle of it all. How visually poetic. That damn pendant. The path it has gone on. How will you make this right? How on earth would you make this right? I have questions. I have so many questions. Like, Martha becomes the protagonist? It simply can't be, though.
That device can't be.
Because this whole time, Jonas, he's the one character that we thought had plot armor, and because he's the one person that can't die, because the cycle has to continue, and everybody has to play their part, and he has to become, the stranger. He has to become old man Adam. My brain's broken. We have 3 episodes. I mean, there's still 3 more episodes to go, of course. By straightforward time travel paradox logic, if you just kill him now, he doesn't become the stranger. He doesn't become Adam, and all of this is crumbles. But obviously, because both Adam and Eva are trying to perpetuate their respective cycles, Adam wants to destroy everything to end it, or she wants to keep it going. This is still part of it. This is all part of the cycle that Eva's trying to continue. It was all planned. She knew he was going to come back. She had all the Marthas back there just waiting in the wings, and she had that one specific Martha. I don't know if it was initiation or what. Oh, this episode. I'm so sorry for my general confusion. I know I got a year wrong for a while. I eventually corrected myself. I got a name wrong for a while, and it's like my trauma reared its ugly head. I let my guard down too much, and it all came back around, and I confused Francisca and Charlotte once again. But eventually, I knew who it was, but like I got caught up in the names a little bit. But I understand now. It was Katarina, not Charlotte. But yeah, life and death. Peter, and then Francisca. Now Jonas. As always, in the comments, please feel free to offer any points of either correction or clarification, or if there's anything that I missed. Yeah, feel free to fill in any blanks that I might have missed. I'm following the show enough, but I'm still in this headspace of they only have 3 episodes to go, each of which are about either an hour, hour 10, at most. They have 3 hours to wrap this all up. I'm very curious to see how they do it. I don't believe there's any way to change this, but I feel like the show is leading up to an answer of how to break the cycle somehow. Thank you guys and gals so much for watching. That was episode 5, season 3, Life and Death. If you're watching this on Patreon, thank you so much for that additional layer of love and support. If you ever thought about hopping over to the Patreon, now is always a good time. You get early access to these weeks, if not months in advance. Full, uncut, uncensored episode reactions with HD video accompaniment, as well as access to my entire content library spanning back from when I first started doing reaction series officially and through the years. It means also Patreon exclusives. That means couples content reactions, also some that are Patreon exclusives, movie commentaries on the higher tiers, etc., etc., etc. Plus priority comment access and suggestions, and there's a whole chat community we have, so we can all talk back and forth. Yeah, that's all I got. So if you're on YouTube, of course, that is more than enough. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All I would ask is if you could take a moment just to like the video, comment below for the almighty algorithm gods. It does go a long way for helping the channel grow and get recommended on people's lists and such. Have a good day. Have a good night. I will see you in the next episode. Only 3 to go for Dark in Dark. Goodbye, travelers.